So I received a question from a follower around sharing oneself. I've done some things in the past that I'm really ashamed of. Should I share these things with my partner? Now, I'm not going to tell you whether you should or shouldn't. In fact, no one really can. But I want to empower you with some information that may help you make that decision from a clearer level. We all have things in our past that we are not proud of, that we've done or that we've been, that haven't really allowed us to feel good in our bodies, in our minds, and in our hearts. I want to share a story with you. So in my own life, I really lived in the shadows a great deal. I hid away from the world. I would present a particular version of myself, but really in the shadows I was living a different life. Infidelity, unfaithfulness, just not really connected to my body. I was way hypersexualized and I was hiding this from the partners that I was with. I was lying about who I was being. Now, as all of this unraveled, and I'm fast tracking of course, and I did really deep work around this and where these fears and these pains and these behaviors were coming from, then I was forced into that place, and that's a story for another time. And I went through various dark nights of the soul. I went through feeling suicidal. I went through unpacking my entire history, the trauma and the abuse that I experienced as a child that was driving much of my behavior as an adult because it was left unchecked. I got through all of that. And of course, growth is a continuous journey, right? But I got through all of that and I came to a place where, okay, I've been single for a period of time now. I've been really dealing with my stuff. And this was years ago. Where to from here? Do I tell the next woman that I may engage in a relationship with that this is who I've been? And I was genuinely concerned. And so I went through a period of time where I was thinking to myself, well, if I tell her all of these things that I've done and who I've been and these shadows that I've lived in, is a woman even going to want to be with me? Is she going to be able to be with me? Am I going to be trustworthy? So I took those sets of questions and the way I was feeling in that space, and I internalized it again. I went through another process. And that process for me was, I need to learn to trust myself. I need to build and cultivate and develop confidence in myself. Trust who I am as a human being, as a man, as a potential partner, as a person of integrity. Who do I need to be in order to be that person of integrity? What do I need to do? And so once I really started unpacking that, and getting clearer on my worth. In other words, I was doing the deeper work around self-worth, self-value, and believing in who I was. Approaching other people and telling them, hey, this is who I am. Or having a discussion when someone would ask me, tell me about your past, or tell me about your previous relationships, or tell me about your growth journey. I was grounded in that growth journey because I knew that that was a part of who I was that has got me to where I am today. I owned it. And it wasn't until I took ownership of that and was able to speak to it more freely with a counselor, with a therapist, with a coach, with a shaman, with spiritual healers, I was able to diffuse the shame around those past experiences that had hurt other people but had also hurt me, that weren't really socially accepted, that was shadow-like behavior. And I had to take ownership of that, and then I integrated it. And then it was evident that I had transformed, that I had made changes. It wasn't without effort, it was with deep, deep effort, but it was evident. And so you don't need to share every single detail, I don't believe. But if you can't be yourself in a relationship, then is the relationship fundamentally real, or is it built on a false foundation? If you can't own who you are fully, step into that and say, this is who I am. And I struggled with that for a very long time. But if you can't do that, what's the relationship built on? And how do you really move through difficulty if parts of you are living a lie? How do you move through that challenge and grow together and merge and develop a deeper sense of intimacy if you're lying to yourself and lying to your partner? And if you don't trust who you are, how can others trust you? If you don't see yourself, how can others see you? Power and blessings to you, people. I'll see you soon.